All right, guys, so now we're going to jump into significant figures. And now this is a term that some people don't enjoy doing, but it's actually not that hard because you got to ask yourself, what does it mean to be accurate? Or how accurate is a measurement? How precise is this measurement? Okay, and so we're going to kind of talk about that. Now, I do not want to read all these. These are all the rules. You guys can read them. You're fine. The idea is this, all right? So here, you can click on this link, and it's the Usain Bolt's 100-meter world record. I highly recommend you watch it because the man was incredibly fast. And this is his time. So the question that I had you is like, did he run that fast? Or did he run 9.579? Was he actually faster than that? All right. Or did he run 9.582? Was he actually a little slower than that? Okay, so these are things we have to look at. How precise is our instrument? So in this particular case, we're going to look at it and we're going to figure out the number of significant figures. There's no zeros here, which makes life pretty good. All right. But within here, we have 3 non-zeros. And with that 3 non-zeros, that means there are 3 sig figs. All right. That's the number of significant figures, 3, because there's 3 digits there. When you look at Trey Burke, when he hit this crazy three-pointer, which you definitely should watch as well because it's a Michigan play, you could see that basketball measures time like this, right? With that 1/10 of a second. We all understand that now with basketball. We could measure it a little more accurate, like Bolt's time here. However, in basketball, we've determined, or we've just decided that after a 1/10 of a second, it doesn't matter anymore. That's where we're going with this. So here, how many significant figures are there? There are 2 sig fig, all right? Because there's 2 non-zeros there. And now we got to talk about arithmetic, okay? If we're adding and subtracting, we just take the smallest number of decimal places. If we're multiplying and divided, we take the smallest number of sig figs, okay? We're going to be doing mostly division and multiplication. So addition and subtraction, I'm not going to harp on, all right? So here, this is sulfur, all right? We're going to find the density of sulfur. So density equals mass over volume. You remember us talking about that. We did something like that. So in this case, our density equals mass, which is 31.05 grams over 15 centimeters cubed. And when I do this math, because I'm going to punch it in right here, I get 2.07 grams per centimeter cubed. But can we proclaim this to be the density with this information? And the answer to that is no, because this top number has 1, 2, 3, 4 significant figures. The bottom number here, the volume, only has 2 significant figures. Therefore, our answer can only have 2 sig figs. So what we have to do is we have to figure out, well, where are we going to round to? Everybody says they can round until they actually have to round. So we get our 2, there's significant figure number 1, point. So we have to round to the tenths. Can we round this to the tenths? Well, the number after it is greater than 5, so we are going to get a density of 2.1 grams per cubic centimeter. So that's what we have for this one. If I move on down, density is kind of nice. What is the mass of 50 cubic centimeters of selenium if that's its density? This one's going to be kind of nice, right? Because when we find mass, that's just density times volume, all right? And that's it. So here we get our density is 4.79 grams per cubic centimeter times our volume, which is 50.0 centimeters cubed. So we have that. Not a big deal there. No worries. Well, we can do math pretty easily. So our mass is going to equal 239.5 grams. However, our measurements here, our volume measurement has 3 significant figures, and our density measurement has 3 significant figures, which means our answer for math can only have, or for mass, can only have 3 significant figures. So what we're going to do, We're going to take it. We're going to say, all right, 1, 2, 3. We got to round to this spot. The next number is 5, so we're going to round up. So we get 240 grams. That is how we do math and significant figures. We're going to do a lot of practice with this in class, so don't think this is the only practice you're going to get.